We're back. Actually, this is the first time we're here. Oh, that's what I should say. We're here, and we're doing our first ever.
Already messing up.
Yeah. Digital VPN download reviews and shit. Yeah, well, we're gonna talk about movies that just came out, and of course, as you can see, we're doing Tetris. Oh, Kike, what do you think of the setup here? It's badass, right?
It'd be better if I didn't have this fucking block on the top of my fucking face.
Hey, fuck you, Kike. I have blocks on top of my head too. All right, like this is Tetris. We gotta go with the spirit, okay? Sometimes blocks they come over you, and then you're just blocked.
Also, disclaimer: I actually streamed the fucking movie. I didn't fucking download it.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with a digital download, Kike. Everyone does it nowadays. It's digitals, and you can download it. You don't have to go to theaters and shit. And this actually was not in the theaters. This was like Apple TV or whatever that shit is.
Apple TV Plus.
Yeah, that shit. Kike, this is one of the best movies I've seen in a very long time.
It's a really good movie. Especially if you're a Tetris fan, man. I'm a big fucking Tetris fan, and that thing, that fucking video game is addicting. I've been playing it since I was a kid. Great fucking movie. That guy who played the main character, he's a really good actor, man.
He doesn't look like him. The real guy that looks Mexican.
He does.
Even though he has a name as Rogers, he actually looks Mexican. But this guy, Taron Egerton, he's the one I thought that was gonna be Logan, the new Wolverine, because he's short. And he's actually ripped as fuck, and just get him all hairy. He could be Logan or Cyclops.
Nah.
Yeah, he's a good actor, and he did great in this. But you know what? I like freaked me out about this movie is because it felt like a spy movie, like a thriller, even.
Well, yeah, it took place back in the 80s, right when we were like, basically against the Soviet Union. All that stuff was pretty fucking crazy back in the day. I still remember some of it. When I lived around the border, we had blackouts just in case. But yeah, it was crazy times, man.
Yeah, dude. The Soviet Union was collapsing. There's so many crazy characters that came out, like real characters. Like I didn't know Gorbachev was gonna come out and shit. And they even had the cum stain on his fucking forehead. It was perfect.
Mark.
Calm down, people. All right. So people are not born like that. Don't be a racist.
Of course they're born like that. So one thing that I want to mention is that like almost 90% of the details talked about in this movie were 100% true. Of course, Hollywood stuff comes into place to make it a little bit more interesting, but overall, most of the stuff that they talked about in the movie were real stuff going on.
Hey, wasn't that cool when he said on the first version of Tetris, it was just like those brackets?
Oh, yeah.
On the old PCs, he was just like little brackets, making the blocks.
It's really smart, man. That guy who designed the game was really fucking smart.
Yeah. When his wife, the Asian lady, was all like, "You think this is a good idea?" And he goes, "Do you hear anything in our household? The quietest our children are. Look at them. They're stuck there playing the goddamn game. Yes, this is a good idea. Hey, everyone's gonna love this."
Yeah.
I
also like the what's up?
Ghislaine Maxwell's fat motherfucking dad comes out.
Yeah.
That
so
Jewish scam artist, and they got murdered by the Jewish government and shit.
Yeah. So he was in cahoots with the
Russians.
Soviet Union.
Yeah.
The Russians, and he knew Gorbachev personally. He was one of the big, I don't know if I could call it like media fucking icons of.
He was a tycoon.
Yeah.
But
back in the day.
But he laundered all the money, and they were broke, and they still had a media empire. And then how funny he went, he's like, "It's okay, it's communism. We don't have to give them money. Look, I'll give you some of my books, and you give me the rights. And that way there's no transactions, and it's not capitalism." A motherfucker was trying to trick Gorbachev. Yeah. Gorbachev is looking at him like, "Fuck you, you fat motherfucker. You gotta give me some money."
He also tricked a lot of the employees by taking money out of their retirement funds, which is very messed up.
Yeah. And then fucking trying to bribe that KGB with 400 grand that he didn't even have.
Yeah.
And then the KGB was a piece of shit because he's like, "I'll take 400 grand. I don't give a fuck if Russia gets $5 million.
Yeah. It was crazy. And one of the factors that wasn't true was spoiler alert, one of the ladies that come out as a Russian translator, that never happened.
She was not KGB's?
That part of the movie did not happen. That was bullcrap.
That was actually a cool twist to it.
Yeah, of course, but that's the Hollywood part. Is more like, they used her as a spy, and then the guy insulted her, and then she came back. Yeah,
I called her a whore.
She came back, and you're a bad Russian,
Yeah, you're going to jail. Hey, but this movie also shows the future of America. Joe Biden and his cronies, they want communism. This is what's going to happen. Communism makes it easy for them to steal more and to become richer and to fuck us over.
Yeah, there's corruption everywhere, but now we're finding out that there's corruption here too nowadays. So,
well, everything was corrupt from the beginning of this movie, Kike, because they were selling Tetris and no one actually had the rights to it.
No one did. Yeah. I like the fact that they actually had to rewrite the actual contract to describe a computer, because that was the main thing that they used in order for them to license all these different things. One for arcades, one for computers, and one for video consoles. The Russian didn't know what the difference was. They had to actually sit down with this guy and tell him, he told them, like, they messed you up. They figured out a way to fuck you over. Let's rewrite the contract so that you can get all the rights the right way. So
yeah.
That was a real thing too.
The Russians were way behind. Like we were playing already with computers, and these motherfuckers were still with the abacus.
Well, they have an old type of computer back in the day, and that's where he programmed Tetris, right? But they were like 10 years behind. Yeah. Those
dumb sons of bitch, and they still are. They think just because they switch governments that they're better than us. They don't even have an army. They had to go release all their prisoners to go fight the Ukraine. That's why the Ukraine won, because they don't have an army. There was a bunch of convicts. Here you go. Here's a gun. Go fight for us, and we'll give you your freedom. Fucking dumbasses.
What they do? They go to Ukraine, and they're like, we bend the knee.
Yeah. Fucking Ukraine, that son of a bitch over there stealing our money. Zelensky.
Talking about Tetris, bro.
Oh yeah, that's true. Sorry, Kike. You get all political when you start talking about that kind of shit.
Well,
dude, Toby Emmerich was in this. You know, he's the fucking guy who first tricked him into the contract that he's like, well, technically it's not a computer. I can sell the video games too in arcades because these Russians are dumb as fuck. And then they fucked him over because they made him sign a contract.
Exactly.
Hey, that scene when he punches Ghislaine Maxwell's brother in the office in front of the dad, and the dad's like, let me see the papers, and they're fighting right there in front of him. He's not giving a fuck.
He didn't give a fuck about that. I just want to say that the main factors of this movie were 100% real. Like, most of the stuff was real, like I mentioned before. I saw a documentary online. It's called The Story of Tetris by the gaming historian. If you are interested in watching this, please do go to YouTube. It's free. You can watch it. It's like an hour long, and it's very interesting. You'll see all the different. Who knows? Maybe the guy who did this documentary sold the rights so they can make this movie. Because I'm telling you, this came out like 5 years ago, and it's the same thing. It's crazy.
It is fucking crazy. The guy they chose, I don't even know who that actor is. The guy they chose to play Robert Maxwell, obviously, I'm pretty sure he's wearing prosthetics and shit.
Yeah.
But that guy, he sounds exactly like him, and he looks a lot like him.
Yeah, he does. There was one scene that actually kind of bothered me because he had a profile. There was a profile shot of him. You can actually see underneath the nose that it was a prosthetic.
I knew the nose looked like had to have been prosthetic because I was like, I was like, that guy really looks like him. I'm like, I was thinking, what if that's him? He faked his own death and he got a part in his own movie and shit.
Yeah, no, it was pretty good. That was the only part that kind of like threw me off. It was like, you can actually see the prosthetic right here underneath the nose. But anyways, great movie overall. Hey,
did you like the part where he talks to the Nintendo guy and the Nintendo's all like, we don't, Nintendo works for themselves. We don't partner with people. And he goes, no, but you make exceptions because Mario has Luigi and Zelda has Link. And he was going on and like fucking good, you know.
Yeah, that was pretty good. It was almost like the way to talk to him. It was like, well, I mean, it's your, you make this. This is the way that you make things. Yeah. And this is the way that we should partner up.
Yeah.
So, That was pretty cool.
There's a lot of shit that was cool. What'd you think about his Asian wife?
What do you mean? How she acted? She acted great.
Yeah. She was pretty hot too.
Sure, buddy. Also, that
he doesn't like Asians. He's really racist. I'm sorry, y'all.
Shut up. The thing also is that those parts where the KGB actually went to the to the lady's house to threaten her, that did not happen. That was totally didn't happen. Okay, that was bullshit.
Yeah,
they don't have that much power.
Are you sure? They didn't kick them out of their house. They didn't threaten their kids.
No. I'm talking about when the KGB went to the Asian lady's house.
Oh, no, yeah. That was weird. Over there in Tokyo, they were all they were from the embassy. They were in Tokyo, Japan. And then imagine like the Chinese embassy right here sends a bunch of Chinese motherfuckers to my door. Hey, we heard what you said on your podcast. You better quit it. Hey, fuck you. This is America, motherfucker. I'll tell them. Yeah.
What if the government says that?
Well, I mean, if the government says it, I don't know. I might respect it. I mean, I am an American.
I don't want restrictions, so fuck them.
Well, I mean, if they come to your door, Kiki, I think you better take them seriously. I'm just saying, Kiki, I don't want to see you get hurt.
That's one thing I do like about VPNs.
Yeah. I'll send their ass to Costa Rica. Yeah, that's where the Son of Man is right now. I'm in Costa Rica. Look, beautiful sunshine. It's Costa Rica. Oh, yeah.
You can see it's a blue screen.
Fuck you, Kike. I will say, like I said, obviously we both fucking love this movie.
It's really good.
I completely recommend this to anybody. I didn't think it was gonna be like this. I thought it was gonna be boring. And like I said, they made it into like a thriller and espionage. It was like, I started believing that someone was gonna end up getting shot or dead.
Yeah, well, I mean, no, but I mean, I thought that for sure that someone was gonna get in trouble, but
I thought the Russian guy, I thought they were gonna kill him and his kids. I thought we got throw him out the window when he was throwing the pennies in the chair. I thought he was gonna throw the kids out the window, Kike.
Well, I mean, I kind of knew the story a little bit.
But fuck you. That's why you ruin it for yourself. You gotta go in there not knowing. Yeah.
And that's why you don't read books. It'll ruin the movie.
Yeah. That's why. We 100% recommend this movie.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to say. 10 out of 10. All the acting is great. The only thing that was missing was tits and ass. But even then, without tits and ass, this still got a pass. It's good.
Indie Game, another movie, really good. If you like the process of actually coding a video game, backtracking all the way to the success of the video game, watch it. It's 2012 Indie Game, the movie. It's really good.
That's what it's called, Indie Game?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, well, we might check it out. I don't know. Anyways, go watch Tetris on Apple Plus TV. Is that what it's called, Kike?
Apple TV Plus.
Apple TV Plus, or use a VPN and download it digitally from your favorite torrent site. It's worth it. Cheers!
Hey, cheers.